Alright guys, welcome back. We're going to be finishing up on this Jurassic Park tonight. I wanted to put some coin lights in because I just like it when my coin slots are lit up. So first thing I'm going to do is figure out how I'm going to get a bulb to stay in there because I'm missing all the coin mech parts and all that. I might possibly have that stuff laying around here, but I'm not really going to worry about it. It's on free play. Usually I try to make sure all this stuff works, but this is kind of a rare type of situation here. Everything's missing. I have these light bulb sockets and I'm going to use LED bulbs in it because this is going to be, they're going to be kind of close to the plastic and I just don't want them to get hot. But I think what I'm going to have to do is kind of just stick it in here and put a screw to hold it in place because I really don't have any other options right now unless I go and try to dig and find what I need. And of course I don't have my right nut driver here, so let me go grab that and then we're going to see if we can't get this to just kind of stay in here somehow. Actually, I wonder if I can drill a hole through this. Grab my drill. I wonder if I can drill a hole and have it slide over that peg. Let me try that first. It's either going to work or I'm going to drill my fingers. So more than likely I'm probably going to drill my finger. So I'm going to hold this with a pair of pliers so that I don't do that. Sometimes you got to get a little creative with how you make something work. And this is one of the cases. Look at that. I had the perfect drill bit already in the drill. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Right there. Sometimes you don't get lucky and you break it. But I think I have another one. I just barely touched that one with the drill bit and it broke. I think I have another one. I hope I have another one. Yes, I do. I'll save that one because you never know. Probably use it for something. It's like that one was just really brittle. All right. I don't think I'm going to need to put any screws or anything on. I might have to flip the bulb around, but that's not a big deal. So there we go. We got those sitting in there. At least now I can run a couple wires to them to illuminate them. This is my adjustment for the monitor. I think I'm just going to let that lay here. It's fine. The cord's long enough. I think I'm just going to let it sit there in case I need to pull it out and do some adjustments to the monitor, which I still might do. Now, I was going to use one of that really big metal contraption with the buttons to get to the test menu and stuff, but then I realized that I actually have one of these. These are cheap. They're like 10 bucks. And I'd rather use this on this game because I don't need all those buttons. I don't even need all three of these. I really only need one button. So we'll just mount this right here and we'll use like the green button in the middle. So now what we need to do is go up top here and make a harness and grab the couple wires that we need out of this plug that I have it currently hanging out of the cabinet here. So I know that we need a black wire, we need the brown and blue wire. Our brown and blue is our test wire. We need the black wire is our ground, and then I believe red is 5 volts, but we'll test that just to verify it with the multimeter. So we'll have to turn the game on for that. So I need a little bit of wiring to run down to there. I gotta go grab some wire, and then we can turn the game on and do a test to make sure that red's 5 volts. Okay, I just turned the game on so we can verify that the red wire is 5 volts, so that we have voltage down there to power our lights in the coin door. Yep, 5.5. So we need to basically just snag the red wire, the black wire, and the brown and blue. So that's all we need for now. So I'm going to turn this game back off for now. That fan is annoying. I'm going to have to put some oil in it or something. Okay, so now I need to see, I think I have a plug that'll work for this. 9-pin male. I think this is it. Nope, it's not the right style. Okay, don't know if I'm going to have that style plug. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to cut the wires I need, splice into them, because they can always be changed. They can always be fixed by just putting a new plug end on, and I'm going to cut them real high up to the top by the plug. Like I said, I'm missing a bunch of stuff anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just cut it up high here. And worst case scenario, I can just repin it if I need to in the future. Okay, so I need 3 butt connectors. The only downfall about this monitor is maybe it'll come off. It might come off, actually. Okay, cool, it's coming off. I thought there were scuffs on the glass from somebody laying it on the concrete or something, but it looks to be just some sort of like sticky residue. We also got to cut this monitor surround so that it slides up a little bit higher, and then I have to hold it in place. Probably just use a screw or something to hold it. Okay, I did bring some wire over here. I brought red, black, and yellow, but I don't know where I put it. I swear I just carried it over here. Let me go find that now. This wire's on the big side, it's 16 gauge, but I had it in the basement and I don't feel like going out back to grab some other wire, so this will work fine. I'm going to cut 3 of them about the same length real quick here. The yellow wire will be our brown and blue over to our test switch. Dog just ran off with scissors. Okay, she ran off with my scissors. I think she was going to shank one of the other dogs. I'm not quite sure. All right, now I'm done chasing the dog. Now I gotta figure out where I was at. Sunday, guys, we're back on the Paperboy. A long-awaited Paperboy restoration. Trying to get some zip ties on here to hold it all together so I can put a couple clamps inside the cabinet, hold it into place. Okay, now we're going to put some connectors on the end here so we can plug in the light bulbs. And then so I'm going to strap that against there. Guess I got a little crazy with the zip ties. That's all right. Cut this one here. What I'm doing is I'm jumping the black wire over so that I can take it over to those switches. So this black wire and this yellow wire will go over to the switch. Once we get this wired up, we'll move that monitor bezel up, we'll clean the monitor, we'll put the glass on. Then I think it's just a couple things inside. Clean up the control panel underneath. Then we'll do a little bit of gameplay. Oh, we gotta hook up the speaker. Forgot about that. Hopefully I don't have to take the marquee apart. Which I didn't think about that part. Now I need a couple connectors for these. These are small connectors. I thought I brought some over here, but I guess not. These ones are not shrink end because these are smaller. Oh wait, these are the wrong ones. Thought these were the smaller ones. So these are like the micro switch size ones here. I think it's called a 250. And then this one is the smaller one, and I forget the number on this one. But hopefully on this first connection here, I can get both sets of wires in the one connector. And I probably should put a rubber boot on it as well. But I don't think the rubber boot's going to fit for this one. Jolene, go do something. You're just going to steal more stuff. I think I'm gonna have to just tape these ones. Actually, I could probably get some, I'll get some heat shrink tube out of the back room. Those are going to go there. No. Yeah, I'm curious about the sound. I don't think I've ever heard it, the noise, sound of it. And I wonder if there's a sound adjustment in the test menu, because I obviously don't have a volume button because I'm missing all that stuff. And I don't know what kind of pot it uses. Plus the wiring diagram online is horrible. Doesn't give you any colors of anything. Okay, these ones we can use these slide up connector, the covers for these two. But since that's double wire, I'm gonna go grab a little piece of shrink tube. Maybe I'll grab a red piece and a black piece. I don't know where my colored shrink tube is right now, so I'll just use black. I need to take a weekend off and just literally stay in this basement for hours, probably 2 10-hour days, and just get everything back in order. From when I did the basement remodel, everything kind of got shoved into my storage room and my gym, and everything's kind of just scattered everywhere right now, and I need to get everything back under control so I could find everything. Because it's a real pain in the butt when you're doing something and you can't remember where you put something. I have a whole bunch of different color shrink tube. I have like yellow, orange, green, blue, red. Those are a nice tight fit. I don't even have like a loop or anything to tie these to, so I'm gonna have to kind of just take it around the back side there. I have to go around back and do that real quick because I cannot reach that way. You know what, I'm going to make my life easy. I'm going to keep that switch that I'm putting in there on the same side. Just put it right here. cut these down a little bit because they're way long. All this stuff you can buy on Amazon. All these connectors, this crimper. Yeah, I'm going to use the green one. It's in the middle. Okay, let me go around back and screw that in. Okay, now we have that done. So let's turn the game on and we'll see if the test button works and we'll see if the coin doors light up. The light lights up. This game was 50 cents a play when it came out, it looks like, according to the coin door. I guess it could be $1 too. Okay, we got one of the two lighting up, which means I got to take this one out and flip the bulb around rather than the wires. Well, I guess I'll flip the wires. That thing's kind of stuck on that peg. That's the funny thing about these LED bulbs is they do that. Okay, so now the game's on. Let's see if that test button works that I put in. Perfect. Awesome. So now we can get into our menu. Sound options. I'm just curious if that is yep, there's volume adjustment. Sweet. Okay. So now I'm going to turn it off and see if I can figure out what wires are my speaker wires. I don't know if there are connectors on them already or what. And if you guys ever cut a plug off of something, especially a nice 3 plug like this, save this because you can use this. Perfect wire is used for, you can put it on a switching power supply. If you need to, you know, if you're doing like a multicade or anything like that, those are really good to have handy. Or if you're like throwing away a lamp or something, anything that's a 3-prong plug like that, if you could save that end, it's worth it because they're getting expensive to buy those things. All right, so let's look now and see if we can figure out what the speaker wires are. And then I need to get this screwed in. It has a bunch of these already on the harness. So we just need to kind of screw that in there. Is this a dual speaker? I believe so. Okay, there's dual speakers. I just don't know. I mean, I would guess this is the speakers coming off of this one. because this has like a magnet on here. So I would say these 4 wires are speaker, which would make sense, 2 and 2. Problem is the manual is not going to tell me what the colors are. So I'm going to take this plug off here and kind of guess. I'm going to say the green and blue and the gray and blue are a speaker, and then the orange and red are a speaker. That makes the most logical sense to me because they're right next to each other. And I would say that that's one side and this is the other side. And we'll use the first one as positive. Sounds good. Let's strip these. I mean, it's either going to work or not. I don't think it's going to mess anything up. Yeah, Warzar or whatever. I don't know how to say that. I think that's how it's said. Oh, you know what? That's the only manual I can find that that's this wiring harness, but the stupid manual doesn't give you colors of anything. It gives you numbers, which that doesn't do me any good because nothing's numbered. Okay, so I had brought down I have some speaker wire. Guess we'll just splice in some speaker wire to that. Grabbing my stuff here. Screws into this harness real quick. Oops. Plugs kind of suck. I'm using the existing holes that I can find. guess that's it. You guys will have to let me know if you're excited about Paperboy restoration starting back up. Once that's done, we'll get on to Stargate. We'll finish that up. Then I wouldn't mind taking a week or two and fixing a few games down here. And then starting the next restoration, or it might be a little bit longer. We might fix some games for a little while before I start the next one, because I got to get that shop done. So it might be a little bit. But somebody suggested I need to do some gameplays, so I will probably do that in the meantime, which I have not played these games in a while, so I pretty much suck at them all now. But we could do some gameplay. You know, maybe I'll pick a game a week, or a game every other week, and we'll do a video on it. I think I'm gonna have to take the marquee apart. Darn it, I do. That's right, it's only a couple screws at least. I think those wires up there are soldered. Which means I probably should just solder new ones on so it holds. Okay, so I said I wanted to do the gray and blue as positive. So what I'll do is I'll make the solid black is my positive. You know, I'll make red and black my positive. So I like the red meaning power. Just consider that in my head as that being positive. And then we'll do the black one as negative. Put that one on the green and blue. I mean, on an arcade game, having the negative and positive backwards probably really does not make much of a difference. Now, if you're wiring a car stereo, yeah, that could be a little different. It's not gonna, definitely not gonna sound as good. And then we'll just duplicate the same thing. We'll use the first wire on the orange ones as positive and negative. First one's positive, second one's negative. And the first color is orange and red. We'll go take the orange and red to the black and red. Well, as long as these speakers work, these wires are right, which I'm betting they are. we are pretty much done. Gotta put locks on the coin doors, but I'll do that off camera. I mean, everybody's seen people put locks on coin doors a million times. And I can clean up down here, figure out where I'm going to put this thing, which I'll do that after the video. I'm not going to do it, worry about it tonight. I'm just want to get it wrapped up, and I'll clean and everything tomorrow or Saturday before Sunday so that I can work on the Paperboy on Sunday. I'll gather all my tools up and keep them in a pile, because I'm going to be using this stuff for Paperboy anyways. Paperboy is going to be a challenge because I don't have the exact right harness and stuff like that. I mean, I have a harness, but it's for the racing game that came in that cabinet. And I think the power brick was a little different, which I have a power brick from the racing game, but it's in pretty rough shape. I believe it needs restored still. I don't think I touched it. But I'm really interested in getting the monitor and stuff mounted first in there. That's like one of my most important things I'm wanting to get done. I stuff those wires up there and have them hold long enough for me to take the marquee off. I can't tell if they're soldered or not. I'm not tall enough to get something to stand on. All right, I got a cracked Lowe's bucket. Got a big crack in the side. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. They didn't solder them, they just twisted the wires around the terminal. That's awesome. That means I can just put some terminal ends on these wires. Looks like they're both fat side. I'm gonna leave the wires a little long in case this does a right and left and I put them on backwards. I can at least flop them around. So I don't want to cut the wires too short. Because I know if I cut this here, it'll definitely reach over to the other speaker if I need it to. I don't know if it has a right and left. I'd imagine it probably does. Get my connectors out. A lot of times you'll see me double crimp these because the wires are really small. And I might have just screwed this one up. Nope, it's okay. Making sure I'm plugging it in plus and minus on the right side. Okay. After this, we'll turn the game on before the marquee gets shut, just to verify it. Maybe we should keep it off for a little bit in case it has a right and left sound during gameplay. Okay, I'm going to unplug this marquee light so it's not blinding. And let's turn the game on, see if we get volume. I know it was set real low, so we're going to have to turn it up for sure. I think I'm just going to go right into the menu. Sound in attract mode completely off. I'm fine with that. I don't really want to hear that. Track mode, sound volume, press player 1, player 2 button. Pull player 1 and play trigger modify. I wish it would like make a sound. Oh. Oh, okay, cool. Now saving. Okay, now we'll go down to game mode. See how loud it is in game mode. No noise. No noise. Oh, there we go. That seems like a pretty good volume. The overhead lighting is screwing with the gun a little bit. See, it's not wanting to register over here because that light's shining down. But it will register on this side of the screen. Okay, it's a good volume, I think. All right, so now let's turn it back off. I think the speakers are fine the way they are. Turn it back off and put the marquee back on. Then we're going to cut that bezel for the screen. Okay, I'm gonna have to flip this open. Okay, basically you can cut this with scissors. So I'm just gonna re-scissor cut this. Take another 3/8 of an inch off. You'll never see this cut parts on the top. It's good height. Guess I'm gonna have to get 2 little screws and put them in there behind the glass. I need some real small, like a Phillips screw, which I think I have some. Nope, those have a big head on them. I gotta go find some screws that are like flat headed. Got some little Phillips head screws here. Piece of wood's a piece of junk. I guess I got a hole here. Okay, now I'm going to take my paint marker and color over the screw head at least. All right. All right, I spent 5 minutes and cleaned up all my tools and my mess. So I'm sick of tripping on everything. I did vacuum that out in there as well. I'm gonna clean off the glass and then we'll put it in. Okay, now we can put the glass in and bolt the marquee back down, or the control panel back down and stuff. Oh, don't tell me. I gotta take this apart to get the glass in. Really? Oh man. That really sucks. You gotta take the sides of the control panel off? Awesome. Well, I guess I'll get to it. Let me, I guess I'll do that off camera. There's bolts right here. Then I have to disconnect 3 on each side so I can move that away so I can get the glass to slide up behind it. Okay, so what I ended up doing is loosening up these 2 top ones, letting it pivot a little bit, and then I took this bracket off up here and I was able to slide the glass behind it. It's kind of a dumb setup. But anyways, we should be able to bolt this down now. Now we gotta put that piece on. Probably need to put that piece on first, would be my guess. And I have some different screws for it because the screws that were in it were barely even holding it. So I'm gonna use some screws that that Atari used for some of their stuff. And it's just a security screw with a washer built onto it. These are a little bit longer and a little bit heavier thread, so they should, in theory, grab. Get my bit for it. This is just MDF, so you gotta be careful. Yeah, those 2 outside ones didn't grab the grated. Okay, now I can bolt on the panel. and then I think we are ready to give it a good gameplay. And then I just need to put the back on, and that's really about it. Locks on the coin door. I mean, for as cheap as I paid, I think I paid 125 or 150 bucks for the cabinet. And all the guts and stuff, I think I maybe paid $200 for it years ago. So for $350, and I had the monitor because it was out of that golf game. So really not a bad little build here. This one's missing the black rubber end or plastic end. I wonder if I have one. I think I might. Okay. Turn off a couple lights and let's just play this for a couple minutes and see how it works. As soon as I find my remote to turn off those couple lights. There it is. That should be good. Just gonna fast forward through all this stuff. Gun's not working. That means it's probably unplugged. And when I had the control panel out, I'm gonna try player 2. Okay, player 2 is working. I'll have to fix player 1. It's just unplugged probably. Yes, really responsive, working good. Oops, sorry, dude. I think I shot him in the chin. I don't know if I can shoot him in the butt. I wonder if they're supposed to be talking during this. Maybe not. Press start button to skip. Okay. As the game goes on, you got to shoot them more times as they get bigger versus the little guys. I'm going to skip this. .68% accuracy. Run away by pressing escape button. Got him. Yeah, I'm just kind of fast forwarding through some of this for now. Just kind of want to see what this is all about. You would think there'd be more talking and noise. Area 2. Wonder how many areas there are. You know, I think I can hear him barely talking, so I wonder what that means. I wonder if there's an adjustment for that. We'll get in, we'll do a full gameplay on this. I'm just testing it. And I know that I need to check the gun on the one. So yeah, you're supposed to hit the escape button to run away. But this side's not working. It's like not pressing down. This side's working. Okay, so I need to work on the one side. Okay, so it backs you up away from them. It's kind of weird. Let's go into the menu. Let's just see if there is sound options, maybe game options. Let's try sound first. I wonder if my red gun's gonna work. I gotta try to plug this red gun in real quick. Apparently it's unplugged. Yep, I see the wire. Where's the other end? Okay. It came unplugged when I was messing with the control panel for the glass. So now we go to sound options, sound scale check, sound in a track mode. But that's just when the game's not playing. Sound volume, I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll go in the green. That's probably what they... Just so damn loud now. We'll try it. Let's see what game options are. Okay, we were in this already. Exit. Go to game mode. Let's just try it one more time now that the red gun's working. Just want to see if you can actually maybe hear those guys talking now. You would think that you would be able to hear them talking. I hear, okay, now I hear the airplane. Let's see if these guys talk. talking, doesn't sound real good though. I hate to blast this thing. I want to hear how loud the gun is. That's loud. What is this gun now? This gun's still a little off. But damn, that's loud. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know what the dip switch settings are because it doesn't tell you. Do we ever figure out what C&G check is? Oh, that's just like color. This doesn't make any sense. It's just way too loud. Hear how staticky that is? I wonder if these speakers are blown. Or maybe those wires, I have them in wrong. And that could be it too. Maybe I have my sounds coming out of both of them. I'm gonna have to figure out if because you hear that it's staticky, so something's not right. But I don't know how to figure this out. If anybody out there has a Jurassic Park 3 and can tell me what the wire colors are to the speakers. I don't think the speakers are blown because the gunshots and everything else sound fine. I think it's something with the wiring. Because I would like to have it around 10, but you can't hear any of the background or anything else. It's all you can hear is the guns. So, all right, well, let's end this video. I'll do a little research on that. It's probably a long video. I have no idea how long I've been videoing for, but it is operational. It is working. I got a few kinks to work out. Hopefully I can figure out something with the speaker wiring. I don't know. I don't even, you know what? I think my buddy has one at Playport. Maybe I might have to take a ride to Erie and open up his game and look at the wire colors for the speakers. That might be what I do. Because I don't really know, unless somebody out there that watches this video has one of these that can open the back up and tell me what speaker wire goes to where, or at least take the marquee off and tell me what speaker wire goes to where. Maybe the side is gray and an orange, and the other side is the green and the orange. I don't know. Maybe I got them crossed, which I very well could. I mean, I just took a guess at it. I mean, clearly we're getting some sort of sound, but it's not correct. So either I'm going to go to Erie and tear his game apart and look at it, or hopefully somebody will chime in and say, hey, I got one somewhere and I can let you know in a couple days. That would be awesome. So thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later. Sunday I'll see you guys.